How are my hand gestures for the video?
Smooth.
Brian.
No, that's, you don't read that.
Brian.
Welcome back to my channel. Today is the day that we are answering your questions that you submitted, and we got a lot more than I anticipated that we would, actually. So we kind of put a couple of them together because they were very similar in questions. So you guys know that I literally brought a dryer sheet down here this time because last video my hair was out of control with static, so now I'm brushing myself with a dryer sheet. You smell fresh.
Weird.
Here we go. Okay.
All right.
Ready? You're not allowed to look at it. It's supposed to be like a surprise. How often do you and Brian work out?
How often do I work out or how often does she work out?
Both of us.
Like together?
I think just in general. I think we're making this way too hard. How often do you work out?
Every day.
No, not every day.
You can rest when you're dead.
Anyways.
I usually work out or lift about 5 times a week, and then the other 2 days I will either do stretching or cardio. I really don't like cardio, so I don't do that much, but.
Good answer! Good answer!
If there was 8 days in the week, I'd lift 8.
I work out, I would say 3 to 5 times a week, depending on my schedule. But we're actually working on getting a home gym here at our house.
You can't tell them that.
Why?
It's a surprise.
No.
You ruined the surprise.
I didn't ruin the surprise. We're getting a home gym at our house, so we're gonna be able to work out together more often because both of our schedules are a little off. So, yeah.
What kind of lighting / camera / editing tools do you use for your videos?
I've gotten asked this a few times, and I am the most low budget when it comes to video. I'm literally using my iPhone 8 right now and just filming in 1080p? I'm technologically challenged.
It's either 1080p or are we doing 4K? You're not doing 4K?
I don't think I'm doing 4K. I think I did that once and it took way too long to upload, so
4K is better.
I think 1080p, I'm not entirely sure. And I literally use iMovie on my phone and just clip it real quick and chop it up and put it together and upload it. And as for lighting, it's a window. We're literally sitting in front of a window in our office right now. What is the difference between drinking protein powder versus BCAAs after a workout?
Usually you take your BCAAs either during or immediately after your exercise. It helps fuel your protein synthesis, getting it to your muscles. Hopefully you eat a meal as well.
I'm typically an advocate for getting protein within 30 minutes to an hour after your workout, and I also drink BCAAs during my workout just to be able to deliver what my muscles need in the moment. One's just a straight up protein and one helps with the synthesis and gets it into your bloodstream faster to move it to your muscles, and that's the BCAAs.
There's only one protein shake that I found tasty. Fit Miss Delight and Chocolate. What do you think of that? Just can't stand the taste of others.
Okay, so Fit Miss Delight, I actually looked this up because I was not familiar with this protein company. I'd heard of it before, but I didn't know what was on the back label. 90 calories per serving. You've got 1.5 grams of fat, which is pretty low. The cholesterol, it has 50 milligrams of cholesterol. Our protein does not have cholesterol in it. But it has 16 grams of protein. The difference between Fit Miss and the My Protein that Brian and I use is that My Protein has a whey isolate. This is a whey concentrate. So the difference between the two is the isolate, it packs more protein into it because it goes through a lot more processing, which also makes it more expensive. So there's pros and cons to both. Notice that it has vitamins and some greens thrown into it. So all around it sounds like it's a pretty good for you, healthy product because those types of things aren't typically found in protein powders. And I think they called it the greens and fruit blend, but it also has a digestion enzyme blend. So the cons is because it is lower in protein and it also is higher in carbs, lactose, and fat, even though it's still considered to be a low amount of fat for a protein. 1.5 grams isn't that bad. The thing that kind of got me with this is that it has lactose in it, obviously because it's a whey protein concentrate, but it also contains lactase to break down the lactose. I've never heard of something like providing something and then also providing something to take away the effects of what they just provided you. If you're doing well on it and you enjoy it, I say keep going for it. It's really what kind of progress you see in your body and how it makes you feel. So if you like the taste and you're seeing results with it for what you're going after, I say go for it.
If you're sensitive to lactose and whey protein, then get a animal-based protein such as Recon 1's MRE. That's what I personally take, and they also have a MRE Light, which reduces all the carbs out of there. But
so then you're actually getting the protein from the Redcon 1 MRE if you want to do like a meal replacement shake versus just a protein shake. That's really good because it is higher in calories than just taking a scoop of protein. Do you guys have cheat days?
Every day's a cheat day.
No, not every day. For Brian, maybe. Brian can pretty much eat whatever he wants and still lose weight. So he is on like a 4,000 plus calorie diet a day, which is why he takes, honestly, the MRE that he was just talking about. He takes 2 full meal replacement shakes along with his 3 meals and like 4 snacks. So he intakes a lot, and really it does not matter what it is. I mean, he'll probably feel sluggish if you eat something nasty.
Oh yeah, like greasy food. I'm not a big fan of greasy food.
Yeah, so when you say cheat, if you mean like, do we go out and have...
Chicken tacos.
Yeah, chicken tacos. We don't have cheat days, we have like a cheat meal, and even then it's not like we go all out crazy and just like bathe in oil and grease. Like for me, as a woman, I have to... Are you surprised?
All this time, I didn't know.
For me as a woman, I need to take care of my metabolism a little bit better than he does. Depending on what I'm doing at the gym, if I'm trying to gain muscle or if I'm trying to like lean out and like lose some fat or whatever, I go anywhere from like, I think 1,400 to 1,700 calories a day. I don't cheat that often. If I do, it's gonna be something that I have like this huge craving for. The last big craving that I had was chocolate chip cookies, and I could not get them out of my head.
I remember those.
Yeah.
They were good.
They were really good. But other than that, I think we stay super consistent in our meals to the point where when we do have one of those cravings, we can indulge without getting crazy. And we also have been living this lifestyle for so long now that if we do have one cheat meal, it doesn't turn into like 3 cheat meals afterwards.
What are your thoughts on carbs? I've heard they're good for runners before a big race, but with so many low carb diets out there, it makes me want to stay away from them. You also have a question on the keto lifestyle if you want to address that.
Okay, so what are my thoughts on carbs? Carbs should typically make up anywhere from 40 to 65% of your diet if you are working out and exercising, because it is the body's most preferred form of pure energy to fuel your workouts and to help you recover from them. So I'm all for carbs. However, that does not mean go out and get a basket of French fries. That means healthy carbs, complex carbs that take a while for your body to break down, and that also helps with your satiety.
Like sweet potatoes?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Sweet potatoes, brown rice, things of that nature, instead of things that can get broken down really fast and turn to glucose in your body. As for the keto lifestyle, to each their own. I haven't found it to be very effective. I know a lot of people tend to drop weight in the first week or 2 of the keto diet. That's usually because carbs hold a lot of water. So once you start getting rid of those carbs in your body, then the water also goes with it, and water weight drastically can decrease the number on the scale. And then it's also super, super strict to the point where a lot of people fall off of it. So do I think keto is a good way to go? Me personally, no, not so much. I know you're not for it either.
I like carbs.
I do too. I can't live without carbs. I would probably feel very sluggish at the gym if I didn't have carbs to burn versus just trying to burn the fat in my body. Actually, there is, and I forget who said this, but there's some famous scientist that actually said fat burns in a carb flame. Like, you need carbs in order to burn the fat at the same time when you're working out. So that's why I'm kind of not for the keto diet personally. Is it good to target a body part every day? For instance, doing ab work every day, or do you recommend several times a week?
I like to focus on a specific body part during every workout. However, I don't like to repeat that same body part within 2 to 3 days. Usually 48 hours. gives me plenty of time for recovery.
Brian's also doing an exercise program right now, though, that kind of cycles him between hypertrophy training and maximal strength training. Maximal strength is to gain as much strength as you can. You just keep going up and up in weight number. Hypertrophy training, though, is to actually grow the muscle itself, which is more like the look factor. So he kind of goes between the two. For me, I do abs every day after my workout. That doesn't mean that I'm doing a full ab workout, but I do some sort of ab work at the end of my workout, simply because you have so much core musculature in there that you can target a different part of your abs almost every workout. For me, when it comes to targeting different body parts every day, like I said, Brian's doing hypertrophy right now, so he'll do like a quad workout and he'll do like a hamstring workout and those are on different days. But for me, right now, I'm doing an upper body day and a lower body day and then cardio in between. And some days I actually change it up too, and I'll do what's called a peripheral heart action workout, where I do one upper body, one lower body exercise, and that gets your heart circulating and
big words.
and pumping more efficiently. So it really depends on what stage of a workout program you're in. There's no specific answer to that unless you have been properly assessed and have a trainer there to know what your body is and is not capable of in that moment. And then you just kind of build a plan off of that, and that's why trainers are a good thing.
Should you work out if your muscles are still sore from your last workout, or will that hurt them or be less effective?
People ask me this question a lot because they know that I'm a bid.
I'm a bid. I'm at the auction
Who wants
and I'm
to
one
bid
of those
on
bid.
me? I'm a big advocate for foam rolling, and I use that for muscle soreness. But the trick is that when you do foam rolling, to not just roll back and forth on a sore muscle. You're supposed to roll to the point where you find a knot in your muscle and then stay on that point for about 30 seconds for your different muscle sensors to override and release that spot of the muscle. That's super, super important before working out if you're sore, after your workout. So should you work out if your muscles are still sore? Yes and no. If you're on the first day and your muscles are sore, I would skip it. You should never be doing 2 in a row like that unless you're kind of accustomed to it already, in which case your muscles wouldn't be that sore. Technically, your body only needs about 24 hours to repair itself or to start the healing process to where you can work out that muscle again. If it's super, super tight, like I said, I just go and I foam roll it until it's released. Because it may be less effective. Yes, you won't get that full range of motion, and then you're also risking a muscle tear as well because it's so tight and you need to lengthen it. Is it really necessary to do the pre and post-workout drinks?
Yeah.
I don't use super heavy weights. I do a combo of interval-based workout videos with light to medium weights, jogging, etc. I've never done the drinks because of calorie concerns, just trying to lose a few pounds and tone up.
Is it necessary to use pre and post workout drinks? Personally, I like them. Your pre-workout's going to give you energy to get through your workout. Typically it's filled with caffeine and a few other things. There are non-stimulant pre-workout drinks. Majority of them, I wouldn't worry too much about the calories in them because most of your pre-workouts have minimal calories. As far as your post-workout drinks, I would stick to BCAAs or EAAs, essential amino acids.
I think a lot of people also have this thought that after workout shakes are after workout shakes. I think a lot of people find that an after workout protein shake means like throwing in a bunch of fruits and veggies and like making this like high calorie protein shake, when really when we talk about a protein shake, we're talking about like a scoop of protein and water, or for me it's a scoop of protein and the silk milk that I had in my last video. So yeah, well, for those of us that are lactose intolerant. And for the pre-workout, like he said, a lot of them have caffeine in it. So if you want to go the all-natural route, have a cup of coffee before your workout. That's just as effective for a lot of people as a pre-workout.
How frequent should I strength train each set of muscles? And how long is too long in between?
Again, it depends on what type of a program you're in, what you're going after. If you're training to run a marathon, if you're training to do a bikini competition, really it depends on what kind of a program you're on. So if you're strength training and trying to gain muscle, or if you're in maximal strength training and you're trying to gain strength, or if you're training for a marathon, really there's multiple ways to train your muscles. So how often should you strength train each set of muscles? To answer that, I would just do like a generalization and say I would add in some sort of strength training to whatever exercise program you're doing, and I would do it at least a few of those exercises every workout. So for someone that's doing all running and things like that and trying to lose weight, doing a lot of cardio, if you add in strength training to that and just do a few exercises with some weights, you actually end up burning 18% more calories 24 hours post-workout than if you were to just do cardio. Strength training isn't just to gain big muscles and things like that. It can help you along the way with whatever really you're trying to achieve. But as for how often you should do it and how long is in between, I wouldn't go more than 2 days without doing it in between. If you start doing 2 days of no working out, and then it's easier to do 3 days of no working out, and it's just kind of easy to get into a cycle of not doing it at all. So I would not go past 2 days. That's such a generalization, so just shoot me a message or email me a little bit more about what your goals are and what you're trying to get to, and then we can kind of talk about what's probably best for you in this stage of your training. Okay, so you ready for your last question?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is Brian ever going to play us a sweet drum solo?
Boom. There it is. Boom.
That's it? Really? That's all you're gonna give them?
Boom.
The suspense is killing them.
No, I just emptied the suspense.
You didn't even have
I
real
took the
sticks in your
suspense,
hand.
poured it out, and now there's no more suspense.
That's sad.
Hasta luego.
Guys, this was a lot of fun. We really enjoyed the questions that you submitted. They were really good stuff in there.
Really good stuff.
Really good stuff. If you have any more questions, feel free to send them along. But we really enjoyed doing this, and we'll see you guys next time.